Okay, I'm going to say in theaters, but technically by the time you hear this, it's probably just going to be on Netflix forevermore. This is a Netflix release in theaters. I was very lucky to see this in theaters. This is Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Writer-director Rian Johnson's third entry in the Knives Out series of films featuring Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, the super detective, and they're all-star cast movies, and they're fun. I actually didn't love Knives Out. I really liked Glass Onion, and I really liked Wake Up Dead Man. So if you can see this in a theater, as I say this, you really should, because this is a movie that is good enough to be in theaters. I always have this discussion about Netflix movies. For the longest time, they felt a little bit less than. They were like better than a TV movie, but not quite good enough to be in theaters. Now they are occasionally, if not consistently, making films that would be fine to see in a theater, and this is one of them. I saw this in a packed, tiny theater, but a packed matinee on a weekday, and people were really into it. It's very funny. It's very clever. It's got an all-star cast. I went into this only having seen a trailer once and not remembering much about it, so I went in knowing, other than Daniel Craig, I did not know who was in this movie. I think maybe I was vaguely aware that Josh O'Connor was in this as a priest. So as it unfurled, and they don't give you the cast up front in terms of titles, so as it unfurled, I'm like, oh, Josh Brolin's in this. Up, and there's Glenn Close. Oh, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington. Interesting. Jeffrey Wright? Thomas Hayden Church? What is her? Cailee Spaeny is in this film. Mila Kunis is in this. Like it just kept going and going. There are so many people in this. It's just like just about everybody you see on screen is a recognizable face and good. And the mystery is, it's a locked room mystery. I'm not going to tell you really anything about this movie. So sorry. It's really best if you saw it the way I did, which is let it unfurl. You have, I'm going to tell you a little bit, but not the whole story. Josh O'Connor is a young priest with a troubled past who is sent to this remote parish and in the middle of this rural, woodsy area where it is run with an iron fist by the local priest, who is Josh Brolin, who's not really a nice guy. And he basically has a very loyal flock. And sooner or later, something very bad happens to somebody in that town. And of course, everybody's a suspect. And that's when master criminal investigator Benoit Blanc is called in, and he deliciously unravels the mystery. It's a super fun movie. It keeps you guessing pretty much up to the end of the film. Everybody's believable as to why they might have done something and how they might have done something. It gets a little fuzzy or a little silly with a technological thing for me at one point, but this is not really what you want to go into with a pen and paper writing down all the inaccuracies as far as physics go. It's super fun. Apparently, I've been told the writer really likes making these, and I hope that's the case. I think he had signed a deal after Knives Out with Netflix to do 3 of these, and this is 2 out of the 3. I would love for this to be a film series that just goes on until Daniel Craig doesn't want to do it anymore. Like what I say about, speaking of Daniel Craig, what I say about the Bond films, take as much time as you need to make the next one if it's not just another remake of Thunderbolt. Just like, this doesn't feel like the other 2 films, other than structurally a large cast of people somebody's killed who did it. I love that they're in different settings, they're in different scenarios. I love that Daniel Craig looks different in each one. It's just, they're a tremendous amount of fun. So if you can see this in a theater, now here's the deal. It's Netflix, and Netflix is a streaming service, but they started, if you have access to New York City, they own the Paris Theater, and I believe there's a theater, maybe it's the Egyptian, there's a theater in LA they own, and they'll play all their stuff there. So you can actually see them on film in some cases, on a big screen. And I've been to the Paris Theater in New York, where I saw White Noise, which was horrible, and they had like movie programs and sets of stills. Like, they really do up the free merch and stuff like that. It's very cool if you can do it. And as I say, increasingly Netflix films are of a quality where they feel like they belong in a theater. A lot of times they'll just give them a token run, like Frankenstein. Del Toro's Frankenstein had a token run of a couple weeks in theaters to get people excited. And I say, Netflix, if you think a movie's good enough, why not do that? Why not make all that extra money for people who want to go see this in the theater, and everybody who doesn't is going to watch it on Netflix anyway? So I'm glad I was able to see this in the theater. It's a good mystery. It's very funny. It's clever. I don't know if people of a certain religious or political bent are going to love this movie, because it does kind of poke some barbs. It pokes barbs in both directions, but much, much harder in one direction than the other. And I had a really good time. I was very glad I made the effort to see this in a theater, despite it not being played very widely. I know in my area we have Alamo Drafthouse theaters. Some Alamos have it. not the one closest to me, unfortunately. I know that AMC is not carrying this, and so it's just, I had to see it at an independent theater. So if you can see it in the theater, that's great. Pretty much everybody's going to watch this streaming, so I hope you enjoy it, because I really did. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.